Hello, amazing people. Hello,
Yeah.
hello. Yeah.
Yes.
We are in. Welcome to this amazing podcast.
Of course, my name is Moticliff here.
We are going to make it a podcast today in the show.
Yeah.
So, my name is Salta V over here. With
Welcome.
my co-host.
Moticliff. Yep.
Continue.
In our podcast today, we have several things to talk about, but tutaenda na pangilio moja kwa moja.
Today, it's an amazing day and we have a lot to talk about.
Unajua tena Monday watu wanakuwa na zile moods za 1 2 3.
And Mondays is the time, Monday is the time kila mtu akona stress. Yani kitu kidogo hivi, when something little appears, and it triggers your mind, it's going to be bad for the day.
Kabisa. Even it might be worse, usikie imekuzambasia mpaka wiki mzima imeisha.
Yeah, it comes to a point where you go the whole week without even having a nice week.
True.
Because of how your Monday started.
Yeah.
And to make things worse, as journalists, I'm feeling my pain. Today, let's just focus on this journalism thing. I'm feeling a lot of pain.
You want to focus on your work?
My friend, let me tell you, it has been a week. Like, I don't want this week to go as it was supposed to go, in which directions these leaders are telling us to go to. First of all, Manzi, I don't appreciate what was said by the cabinet secretary.
For what?
Mohammed Moses Kuria, in charge of trade and those
entrepreneurship.
Yeah, Moses Kuria is in charge of trade.
Yeah.
So he's the CS in charge of trade.
True.
And he's known for talking the way he wants.
Not the way he wants, because unajua uongozi. Whenever you stand in front of people to deliver a certain message, unakuwa umefikiria. So we can't say anaongea tu venye anataka. So I think pia akisema hiyo issue in which utani update pia ni issue gani, I think alikuwa pia alikuwa amefikiria.
This is not the first time, and this is the issue that we are talking about. If you want to know what has been happening,
tupeleka na rieng.
The cabinet secretary in charge of trade, His Honorable Moses Kuria, he went out and bashed one of our media houses. He told them, you know what, you need to tell us whether you are politicians on the oppositions, you are producers of newspapers, or you are broadcasters. That is what he told them. And he said, in fact, from today, he said, in fact, from tomorrow, and then he corrected himself. He said, in fact, from today.
Which today was, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, from today, any government organization that is going to advertise on that newspaper,
on that media house,
using that media house, consider yourself going home. That one is a threat.
Hey, true. That's a threat. Because he's talking about government offices advertising with that media company. That's a threat na in which sio poa. Unajua pia kikatiba kuna zile sheria tunafaa watu wafuate. Hata kama uko kwenye uongozi bana, kuna zile sheria zinafaa kufuate. But pia mi pia nikipitia kwenye mitandao ya kijamii nimeona they demand that media house in a demand Moses Kuria apologize.
This is not the first time. Personally, this is not the first time I've heard about Moses Kuria being found in scandals. A few years ago, not even today, he was an MP. I don't recall where he was. And there's this activist, a former journalist called Boniface Mwangi. He came and he went to a show. He was invited for a show by just Jeff Koinange. Then he wasn't told that Moses Kuria was coming. So they were supposed to have a combined interview from Jeff hosting Boniface Mwangi and Moses Kuria. But Boniface Mwangi, with the strength he has and the way he supports that every person should be equal to the constitution, as the constitution says. True. He told Jeff Koinange, you invited me for a show, for an interview, and I came. Thank you so much for inviting me. But I cannot sit on the same bench with someone who doesn't value other people when it comes to talking. And he walked out. Funny enough, he went. So this is the thing. I guess Moses Kuria has been into media, and people know by the he will talk juicy to a few days ago he bashed Eric Omondi.
Yes,
did you hear about the story?
About the venye alimtengenezea siku yake ya kwanza kwenda ngambo.
Manze, you can imagine manze, you as a politician, you're supposed to support the youth. You should be here advertising and saying how they are doing good, but you're like, you know what, if you're not supporting us in this financial bill, I wish I couldn't have paid for you that
for your trip.
Yes. He would have taken that money and piga sherehe manze. What?
Let me tell you something bro, nilikuwa kwa mat siku nyingine, alafu issue ilikuwa ni hiyo wanazungumzia hiyo Moses Kuria kulipia Eric Omondi etidenge aende huko ngambo. Sasa sometimes this politician wanakujanga wakifika mahali wakisikia wamepressure sana, media imewa pressure, kitu fulani inatokea tuko at least wapunguze hiyo pressure. So to ile matini ilikuwa watu walikuwa nasema Moses Kuria alichukua hiyo kama advantage, at least aingilia Eric Omondi aone hiyo pressure alikuwa anapatiwa kwenye media kidogo itatoka. You know, when you talk about Eric Omondi, umechange stories zenye zilikuwa hapo nyuma, we focus on Eric Omondi. Badala si to focus on the financial bill, tumeanza ku focus na Eric Omondi. Na unajua Eric Omondi ya kawaida ukimuingia leo kesho kwenye atakuwa atakulipwa.
He's a very good comedian and he knows how to target you hata kupata.
Yes, of course. Sasa nikasikia watu walikuwa wanasema some of the politicians wanachukua advantage ukipata pressure sana. Wanachukua advantage to comedians ama kitu kingine tu fulani unasikia imekuja imeziba hiyo nafasi.
Whatever that was happening.
True.
So I will also want to know from you, do you think that government officials should threaten either politicians or comedians because of their decision in whatever is happening in the government, or should they even this is not the first time I'm seeing that government officials threatening other people for their own opinion, and we have seen top even opposition leaders, not only in the government, we are seeing them threatening even MPs when it comes to
financial bill.
And like if you're going to support this bill, we are not going to bring development. Do you think that they should be threatened as people with their own opinion and someone with the same rights as anyone else in this constitution of Kenya?
Salta, let me tell you something. For example, starting with the MPs. Unajua MPs wenye matajiri wani wananchi. So it's very bad as we kiongozi kucommand an MP afanye kitu fulani chenye anajua akifanya hiki anaumiza mwajiri wake. Yani anaumiza mtu mwenye amemleta bunge. So to MP yoyote ako kwenye position of power than MP anafaa ampatie ile freedom express yeye mwenyewe. Unajua ni anaenda ground, anajua the things how they work. So mwananchi labda amekutuma akamwambia hiyo financial bill enda ufanye kitu fulani tutasikia tumesaidika. But on another hand, on said tuseme kama comedians and other sai kama venye tunazungumzia media, me sometimes unajua hii Kenya nayo imekuwa na scandal sana bana. So kuamini hata kitu ya ukweli sometimes inakuwa ni ngumu sana. So me politician kuingililia labda comedian naangalia kwa jicho mbili. Labda naona kuna venye wamescript ama if it's true inaenda hivi kuna kitu anajaribu kuficha.
Let me ask you something
also.
When it comes to scripting, can they script even when it comes to media houses? Because you've seen targeting a media house, you're trying to bring down a whole organization. When you tell them that you don't want to see any government person or entity advertising with that media house, you see you're trying to make sure that it's like what a few years ago the opposition leaders boycotted a certain product, some companies because of their decision to support and stand. Is this how we want to head forward as Kenyans?
Number one, there is a certain question umeuliza hapo. Kama politician anaweza ama media house inaweza taka cloud chase na politician, that's a big no. Because hiyo ni brand tunaharibu na another thing, media kama mfano sisi wanahabari tumeenda shule tukafunzwa ethics, tusifuke barabara, tusifuke hizi mipaka. So to me I think ni unaona story kama hiyo imefanya Moses Kuria aongee hivyo. Ni story yenye ilikuwa inaendana na oil import. Mafuta inatoka ngambo inaingia Kenya, kitu kama hiyo. So inaonekana imemguza yeye mwenyewe. Of course nikishaguguza, definitely you have to speak. At least ujione, at least watu wakuone in another angle. Hapana, huyu labda hizifanya hivi, hii media company ni kama iko na opposition leader hivi, vitu kama hizo. So me I think Moses Kuria talking about that media company is not a cloud chasing, but hiyo ni kuharibia watu kazi.
So do you think he should apologize or he should pay for the damage he caused to the media house? Even if media houses they are humans. Most of them, they are run by humans and they do make mistakes. And if someone makes mistakes, to me, I guess this is my own decision and opinion. If someone makes a mistake as a media house, you should come forward and tell them, you know what, you made this mistake and this is not true, and publish, or the same way you published fake information or something wrong, you should come forward and apologize in the public. Now, the same way this cabinet secretary did, he should come forward, apologize, and tell them that he was maybe at a point of maybe, what can we say, he was mad or something of that sort, and apologize, because it's going to tilt a bad image to this media house. What do you think?
Me, in my part, I think unajua mfano, if you like a certain product, kuna venye hata unaweza sikia rumors zake useme hizi si za kweli. So there are some fan wenye wanakubali sana that organization in which hata wakisikia story huko nje ni ngumu sana waiache. Same to Moses Kuria. According to a certain blog nimesoma, Moses Kuria anafaa kuja apologize. Unajua damages kama hiyo kulipa, it's very expensive. Very expensive. So the better thing mtu anaweza fanya labda ni kuapologize, in which pia I think kuna sheria. So wote wakifuata sheria it will be better. Na alafu wakuje agreement, wafanye ABCD, it will be okay.
Today being a political Monday, we need to conclude it at this point.
Yep.
We have talked about this issue and we really want to see how things are going to go forward. We hope everyone can come to terms, and we want a better Kenya where people are at least before they say something, they're trying to consider what is going to happen to the other person who they are going to talk about, what kind of picture they're going to portray out here, you see, because you can be affecting someone and you don't know, and it is going to be a bad thing for the business. If a media house is affected such a way, and and they'll feel the impact of those words. Now imagine if that continues, if you have numbers and you feel like you're affected, you go out there and boycott a certain product. If like I have numbers, I feel like, hey, this person, he has a hotel, and I think what he did to me that day was not good. I go and tell all my followers, more than 1 million, you know what, go boycott that. All the people with numbers, they are going to boycott everything. How are you going to live?
How agree. Ndio maana kuna sheria.
So we hope sheria, if it's possible, it's going to work.
But pia ukipitia in comment section, utapata watu wengine pia wanasema hiyo ninafaa, sijui hapo kufanya vizuri, sijui hao watu wanatulisha biasness, sijui hao watu hiyo ndo dawa yao, sijui wako wapi, wako na kitu kimoja. So unajua kila mtu sahi Kenya for example, I can't tell you when utatumia data yako.
And the media is very independent. One thing they need to know, media is very independent. Whatever I publish, that is an opinion, or I'll write it if it is what you said. If it's an opinion, I'll say this is my own opinion and this is what I think.
Bear in mind, Salta, that was an investigative.
So there was something that was found out. If that is investigative and those are facts, shouldn't be mad about facts. Come on, why are you mad about facts? If you think they're not facts, come out and tell us they're not facts. Don't bring threats.
And then we bring the evidence.
Don't come and tell us, you need to choose sides. How can media houses choose sides? But in the meantime, let's please go for this break, and we'll come back with another one, because time is not on our side.
True.
Please remember, these radio are home of African music, with myself, Salta V over here,
and Cliff here. We are podcasting
at Nani
Cliff.
Moti.
Yeah.
Moti like Moti Gari.
MOTI.
Sawa Moti.
Very simple.
Sometimes you guys have very tough names. It's all of us. You have to find first of all, you have to find a very tough name. Cliff, come on.
Just a simple name like that.
Manzi, the first time I almost bite my tongue when I was trying to pronounce that name.
That's Salta?
No, yours.
Oh, Pole.
So.
It's just Cliff.
In the meantime,
yeah.
see you in the next one.